So I get a call from my agents asking me if I wanted to audition for what was called an industrial film. Now, an industrial is a little film that's made just for the people in the industry. They're usually about like a 20-minute documentary. And that's what this was. This was a 20-minute documentary about a white kid from the mainland who goes to Hawaii and learns all about how sugar cane is made into sugar. And because it's an industrial, no one really auditioned for them. Once you had your SAG card, once you were kind of working, you really didn't do these smaller industrial films. So in my mind, I'm thinking no one else I know is going to audition and I'll get to go to Hawaii. I get to the audition and the waiting room is packed with actors. Everybody that I auditioned against in that time period was there. Everybody wanted to go to Hawaii. Well, long story short, I get the job and I get to go to Hawaii. So there are three characters in the film. There's my character who's coming from the mainland, a guy who lives on Hawaii, and a girl who also lives there. The girl was beautiful. I fell in love with her. We dated for a year. It was a whole thing. But the story I wanted to tell was about this guy that I was working with who was always writing. This was before little computers. He had this big computer, this big laptop that he was always writing on. While I was out swimming with the girl in the water, this dude was back in the house writing. While I was out walking around in the sugarcane fields, this guy was back at the house writing. Always writing. Really nice guy, but this guy was determined. He wanted to be a writer. Well, it worked out. The guy that I was working with was a guy named Dean Devlin. He wrote a little movie called Stargate, Independence Day, Godzilla. So that's a great example of really, really working hard, loving something, and becoming successful.